Now, as uncertainty grows, the fear of COVID-19 has pushed even churches to make simple but crucial adjustments to their services with the fervent hope that the illness doesn't become an even bigger threat. Mukush Lapinder has that story.
The church today relying heavily on prayer and prevention as health experts and government officials grapple to stem the spread of the fast accelerating COVID-19. Despite the numbers remaining in our favor, the Bahamas Christian Council set to soon meet with the health minister to hear best practices on the way forward. From there, clergymen will return to their respective congregations to introduce a new policy as early as Sunday. Erring on the side of caution, the Catholic Church has already issued new guidelines for its flock, Archbishop Patrick Pinder announcing in a letter to parishioners that effective immediately, all holy water stoups at the church doors and baptismal fonts will be emptied. The distribution of the precious blood during communion will be temporarily suspended. The same applies in the case of physical contact, such as handshaking during the sign of peace and hand-holding during the recitation of the Our Father. The letter further reads that, for the time being, communion should be distributed in the hand and not on the tongue, and Eucharistic ministers should thoroughly wash their hands before and distributing the communion. The celebrant is also to use a verbal greeting and refrain from physical contact while greeting parishioners before and after Mass. Parishioners, if you have respiratory flu-like symptoms, you're encouraged to stay at home. Archbishop Pinder advising that as circumstances change regarding COVID-19, these guidelines will be modified accordingly. In the meantime, parishioners are asked to pray for all those who have contracted the virus in other countries, that they may be restored to full health, and that Bahamians continue to pray the country is spared any outbreak. The Seventh-day Adventist community adopting a similar approach, advising its following that there will be no handshakes on Friday evenings, Sabbath mornings, or other events when members enter the sanctuary. Deacons, elders, and welcoming teams should also not shake hands as a way of greeting, and that after services or events, preachers, moderators, and members of the greeting team will also not shake hands. It is also advised that guests from Asia who have recently returned from that country voluntarily worship at home, watching via live stream or YouTube for 2 weeks, that any member showing sign of a cold, high temperature, flu, or cough stay at home and worship online, that adequate sterilizing stations be provided throughout the church, that before entering the sanctuary hands are washed or hand sanitizers used, and that with immediate effect, potluck be discontinued. For the ZNS News Network, I'm Mukush Lapinder.